The two stories that we will cover this week are a testimony to the power of nature, and they show how, even with all our advanced technologies and dreams to control the weather, we're still at the mercy of a higher authority when it comes to dealing with an untamed planet. My name is Kevin Omar Al-Mahdi, and this is Nature Unleashed. A wildfire in the island of San Miguel de la Palma, Spain, has burned around 4,600 hectares and caused over 4,000 people to evacuate, with firefighters battling active flames on three fronts, especially near the Taburiente National Park. Over 300 firefighters plus helicopters and planes are working to control the blaze, which started on Saturday the 15th of July. While the causes of the fire, according to Spanish authorities, are still unknown, they have stated that it possibly originated because of human negligence. While the weather conditions at the moment have eased the extreme heat, slowing down the spread of the fire, it still remains uncontrolled and a major threat, especially to the south side of the Taburiente National Park. In Turkey, two major wildfires are raging and forcing evacuations in the middle of a heat wave. In the Kanakkal province, a large forest fire started Saturday afternoon, July 15, and rapidly spread, burning hundreds of hectares. It spread to the Kemel village, prompting authorities to evacuate the 211 residents of the town on July 16 to nearby dormitories as a safety precaution. Over 30 fire trucks, 7 helicopters, 4 planes, and heavy equipment are battling the Kanakkal blaze. In the Hatay province, a fire sparked Saturday, July 15, from burning reeds in a garden. Fueled by winds, it ruined through a forest fire that led to evacuations in 3 neighborhoods and destroyed at least 7 homes by Sunday, July 16. Aerial and ground crews are fighting the 120-hectare Hatay fire as it continues burning for a second day. The wildfires have damaged agriculture and disrupted holiday plans across a region already suffering from the drought caused by intense heat waves this year. Authorities have issued health alerts advising people to avoid daytime outdoor activities and stay hydrated. Officials warn that the high temperatures can be deadly, especially for vulnerable populations, and are putting emergency measures in place. Uruguay is facing a severe drought that has depleted water supplies, prompting controversial measures by authorities that have raised health concerns. The country has received below average rainfall for 3 consecutive years, leaving reservoirs like Paso Severino near Montevideo down to just 2.4% of its capacity by July 15, 2022. With insufficient freshwater reserves left, Uruguay's state water utility, OSC, made the unprecedented decision on April 26, 2022 to start mixing the dwindling supply with salt water from the Rio de la Plata estuary. The blending raised sodium and chloride levels significantly above the national potable water standards by late April. Many citizens report the tap water now tastes bad and have stopped drinking it. The government implemented emergency measures on June 19, suspending bottled water taxes and providing free bottled water to over 500,000 vulnerable households in Montevideo. However, UN experts on July 14 warned this risks privatizing access to water. OSE employee unions have also declared conflict due to lack of personnel, accusing the OSE leadership of making a mediatic show instead of addressing urgent infrastructure needs. Recent rains on July 15, 2022 brought minor improvement, reducing salinity back to pre-crisis levels below 100 milligrams per liter and slightly replenishing reservoirs, but experts say the rains are still insufficient to overcome the drought. authorities had implemented the saltwater mixing measures, hoping rains would come shortly after, but significant rainfall is not expected until September. The crisis provoked by natural disasters highlight not only how weak mankind still is when dealing with large-scale issues, but crucially, it is also showing how little concern the rich and the powerful actually have for the vast majority of the population, and how the already vulnerable always end up taking the short end of the stick in the disaster management measures. And humanity needs to wake up to the fact that these crises, which are already compromising our food and drink supplies and are threatening to get worse and worse, are not only related to pollution and carbon dioxide emissions, but mainly they are a direct consequence of the disregard for the poor and the needy of the world. The condition of most of the people on this planet is such that they need to keep selling away their time and their labor of their hands just to be able to feed themselves and their families just enough so that they can keep working and working until they finally die. And God is not happy with that. There's just no way that a good God can be happy with this situation. And anyone who uses God or karma or any other divine reason to justify it or to make you think that your role in this sinister game is to try to reach the top and become a millionaire yourself is not only lying to you, but they are actively trying to take you to hellfire with them. So why is God allowing these wildfires and these droughts and all the natural disasters that are threatening food production worldwide? It has happened in the past, like in the biblical stories, and now it's happening again. It happened then as a warning to mankind, and it's happening again as a warning to all the people of the earth. We are in the end times, so return to God, O mankind. Back to the studio.